What's up, fam? How y'all doing? Well, today I'm I'm still working on this exhaust pipe, trying to seal these leaks that are in probably one of the more precarious positions. For some reason, I mean, it's actually a good thing. Honda makes these exhaust pipes, as I said on the earlier video, with an inner and an outer exhaust pipe. So what I'm doing is trying to get the leak, which I believe is right here. I believe it's right there, but it's inside the pipe. So I'm basically taking this muffler seal stuff and I'm trying to shove it up in there, which I've got the pieces cut and everything. But the question what I don't know is how's it going to work when I take the adhesive off? Is it still going to slide over? I'm hoping it will, because if it'll slide over, then I can attach this back to the bike. And once I attach this back to the bike, start it up, and hopefully the heat will melt it down on there. This stuff, Tiger Patch, only costs like $5, so I really don't have anything to lose here. So I figured I'd go ahead and give it a try. I had to buy 2 of them, so I guess I'm out $10. But I only used about, I think they're 36 inches long, and I only used about 10 inches off this one. So we'll see what happens here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. No need of you guys coming along for the whole journey, because it's going to be quite boring. So I'll bring you in on once I get it in there and start installing it. Hey fam, I'm back. Finished working on the exhaust system, and I just took the bike out for a quick spin, and it seems to be working pretty good. The exhaust system, I'm not an exhaust system guy, so it needs to be redone. But what I will do here right quick is give you guys a look at what it looks like. What I did, I got everything back together. I hope this shows up. But right here, it's hot right now, but this right here, this is where the leak is right down in there. And it sounds much better now when I crank it up. So there's another leak back probably about right here. And that's where this pipe, there's a pipe under this right here, and it goes up there. This is just something I tried to put together to make it look less conspicuous, because that's just an old brown pipe under there. But this pipe right here connects up under here, and where it connects, it's still got a popping noise. So, don't know, but it's sounding good. I got the charger on it now. So tomorrow, I think what I'll do, we're not gonna miss Daytona. We're not gonna make it down. So I think tomorrow, what I'm gonna do, let me switch camera back. Tomorrow, what I'll probably do is go ahead and start securing the thing. The amp is not kicking as loud as I want it. Sabrina thinks it's too loud, but got to bump a little bit, And the system that I have in it is a little a $30 system I got from O'Reilly, and it is not really what I want it to be. It doesn't really thump the way I want it to carry on. So I'm gonna have to replace that system right there, and once I get that replaced, I think I'll have the full effect that I want to have. So the other thing that I've done is lights. I got some lights on here already, and eventually these will be the turn signals. Let me take a second and light this thing up for you, right? So hold on a second. You can see the bike with the headlights on it, and then look around the windshield. You see that white light. Now that white light, actually, it's 2 lights, and the left half and the right half, okay? So when I put the turn signal on, it's a sequential flow that goes past it, and it starts, see if I can show you all this, but it starts about right here, and it'll turn orange, and it goes all the way around the side. So every time the blinker blinks, it'll go all the way around the side. Now these lights, I've actually got 2 more of those coming. So if I turn the headlights off, so I can run it, just to give you an idea. So those are the running lights, so they're not as bright as you can see. but I can run it like that at night too. So that's something else that I've been able to get done. I don't know if you guys saw the speedometer, which is this thing right here. I got that on now. And one of the things that I did on the bike that I regret doing is, as I was working on this thing, I thought, you know, I want to have a different kind of starter. So I put a car starter button. See the red button down there with the red light? That's how you start it. Well, it's a pain in the butt because you when you're starting a bike, you need your hands. So I'm going to switch that back to the, to the button up here. But this button is no good, so I got to get another one. But I see them on eBay, so I'll get that button and put it back in there. But then right here, I think I said in the other video, these 4 switches are going to be my ground effect lights. And so when I turn those on, it lights up. One other thing that I've done on the bike, I don't think you can see it in the daytime, but if you look right here, you see it says 12.1. So that's the battery voltage of the system, the motorcycle. That's the original motorcycle system. This one right here down below, if I turn the stereo on, it'll pop up. And you see it's at 12. So I have 2 separate battery systems on here. You can see right now it says unpaired because it's not paired up to my phone, so no music's going to come through. So that's how I have, that's how I've set this up. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on right here. I think I said in the other video how I'm going to take this pattern. I love the burnt orange, the black, and I love these studs. And I'm going to continue that theme all the way around the bike. And that's going to be the theme of the bike. And this just happens to be my daughter Victoria's favorite color. So I'm going to continue to keep that. So as you can see, I'm starting to have a little bit of fun with this thing. One of the other issues that I'm having right now as I ride the bike, you know, it's vibrating because there's a lot of stuff on here, but I'm starting to bolt stuff down. But I've got to come up with a locking mechanism, which I'm for the bags. To see these bags in the back, they open up. So as you can see, this is just sitting there and it's wobbly. And I don't know if you guys remember, but early on, I had to see that's just an old barn hinge right down there. But what I had to do, I had to bend it. But when you're riding, you know, these flap. The other problem I have is, I don't know if you can see it, but see, this is pretty close to the ground. So when I go over dips and all, I'm constantly hitting the ground, and that's something that I don't want to do down there in the back, down there at the bottom. So just something else that I got to get right on the bike. You know, but the good news is that it's coming along. It's coming along. And I just can't help but I'll tell you one of the things that I noticed. Okay, so I'm as you know, I'm riding this Shadow and I got the ape hangers on it, and you know it's kind of a radical ride. But I'm going to tell you something. It's majorly different than riding on my old baby. She is still, and it's dirty right now, but I got to clean it up. But what happened last year? Well, no, it was in March, I think. If you'll notice, there's no cover down here over the motor. See how everything's all exposed right here? It's all open, and that should be a chrome cover. I don't know if you can see it on this side, but see, it's got a chrome cover on it. But this side, there's no chrome cover. Now, the reason there's no chrome cover is because when we were going to, I think it was Bike Week. It was Keith and I think Chris was with us, and we were going down the road. And for some reason, that cover just blew off, and we were going, you know, highway speed, 60, 70 miles an hour. Safety's always got to come first. So we couldn't just stop and, you know, turn around and go get it, even though I really, really wanted to, but it was not the right thing to do. And we were in the middle lane, if I'm not mistaken. So just had to let it go. Had to let it go. And I'm sure it might still be there in the bushes somewhere. But bottom line is you got to put safety first when you're riding. These are large bikes, and you just can't swerve in and out like some of the knuckleheads that we see doing it. So that's it for today. Next time we get on, I'm going to start putting my my lights, all my different lights. I'll start putting those on the bike, and I've got plenty of them, just to give you an idea of what I've done. So over here, I've got all these different lights. So here's some of the LEDs right here. These are something like those white lights I have in the front. kind of, as you can tell, I'm going to start doing this. Some of these are for Keith, because he was so nice to help me out with this bike, but I think these are all going to go on Keith's bike. And then these are actually tail lights. This is pretty cool. So this lights up. You kind of, if you look at it close enough, you can see the difference in the LED patterns on that. So this is a tail light, and those little ones on there are turn signals. And this strip goes across the back of the bike, or if I choose to. So there's the whole strip. And you can kind of get an idea of how big it is. It's not really big, but this is red. It's a tail light in the middle. That's the left turn signal, and that's the right turn signal. So, but I have, I think, 5 of these because they were dirt cheap. I ordered them out of Japan. So, I mean, dirt cheap. Actually, I think it was China. I got them out of China. And just dirt cheap. So you know what? I got a bunch of them. I help Keith out because Keith's always been there for me. So I'm definitely gonna do his bike. And one thing I didn't show you over there is I have some key fobs. So I'll be able to actually control them from a key fob clicker thing. So anyway, that's kind of update where we're at. I'll get on those lights next week. Still having that idle problem, so I got to take that carb off or add that idle control on the throttle wheel. I've got to have some kind of that protrusion sticking out so I can get that going. So anyway, appreciate y'all hanging in there with me, and look forward to the next one.